to introduce my colleague Divala, and he plays a wooden recorder, medieval kind of instrument, and we played in a Middle Eastern Indian scale, very melodical scale. That's the scale that we used. Yeah, Divala spent a long time in India studying music. And I've spent a lot of time in North Africa with Middle Eastern type of music. So we've just teamed up and performed. So if you ever have a party, please invite us. And I want to talk just a little bit my instruments. I offered to bring, I've traveled around the world and I've got a huge collection. This is just a fraction of what I've got at home. And because we only got like less than an hour. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my instrument. I made my instrument myself. I went to a workshop in Perth. I lived there for 6 years. The reason I was in Perth, I'm a civil engineer and I worked there. I went there to work in mining industry, and music is my hobby. And I met a gentleman there that was a Swiss. He's from Switzerland. And he was a beautiful wood craftsman, and he's taking up the interest in making musical instruments. And he ran workshops where you go into his workshops for 4 days and come out with a musical instrument. So I've never played a harp before, but I played piano. And harp is kind of similar. If you look inside of the piano, you have lots of strings. So harp kind of set up like a piano. So I was able to transform my piano knowledge onto the harp. So just a little diversion, I rang another gentleman who is in northern New South Wales who runs workshops to make bigger harps. And I rang him up and I said, I can't decide if I want a lap harp, you know, the Irish lap harp, or full size. You know what he said? He said, how large is your vehicle? Because I think he's had customers where they make an instrument and then they can't take it home. It doesn't fit in the car. So what I'm going to do, every time I display an instrument, I'm going to put it on the table and I want people to touch and clip and, you know, feel. So I'm going to just be passing the instruments, and please feel free to have a look and pass it on. We happy with that? So I'll put this one here. And of course, instruments are quite fragile, so we want to handle it with care. Right. So I think I might start with the largest instrument that I've got in this collection today. This is, I don't know this comes from West Africa. I don't know the African name for it, but because it's French colonies, they call it balafon. So I want to show you the other side of it. So what they are gourds. They're gourds. Everybody knows what gourds are. They are pumpkin family, and they grow like a pumpkin on a vine, but they're not edible fruit. And what I've in my research, what I found that a gourd was the first plant that humans cultivated. It's the first plant that humans actually planted to have the fruit, because it was the plant that could hold water, milk, flour, so they can actually carry things in it. So people found that gourds became quite useful. So it's the first plant that human cultivated. And I read somewhere that originally come from Papua New Guinea, but I'm not sure if that's true. So in Africa, you see gourds used all the time. Like the woman will carry a big gourd on her head, and it will be full of dirty dishes that she's taking down to the river to wash. And so the reason they are here, it's like the body of the guitar, it amplifies the sound. So it makes the sound louder when you have gourds underneath the keys. So I don't think I'll pass that on the table, but I'll give you a little tinkle. Oh no, just with the black. is the sound. Can't play because it's on an angle, needs to be on the table. Here we go, that's called balafon and it's from West Africa. They're played in Ghana, Mali, Senegal, Benin, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, countries within West Africa. Here we go. We've got a question.
What's the range of it?
Sorry?
What's the range of it?
The range of it? Okay, so in Africa, they understand music differently to us. Okay, so when you come into the village and make contact with a musician, his instrument is tuned to the village voices. You know, so if I go there with a piano, it would not go with my piano. You're just like, oh, my village sounds like this, I'll tune my instrument to that. Okay, so I completely, there is no ranges, there is no rules. Another very typical challenge that Western type of musicians have is when you learn music from an African person, because their music is repeating itself. So it's visualized like a circle, you know, it's just repeating itself. There's variations within the circle, but it's still repeating itself. And the Western musician comes in and says, "Where's the one? Where's the beginning of your phrase?" They look at you and have no idea what you're talking about. Because in a circle, you know, like if you start here, then we'll do this. If you start there, then that's what we'll do that. You know what I mean? So when the other person comes in and joins in, he just joins in as a circle. Yeah, so there is no, so I need to put a tuner to it, and it probably will be completely, I can't play that with a violin. Well, violin player you can, but with the piano I wouldn't be able to play that. So often musicians get quite frustrated because with the viola flute, he has to pull it out a little bit just to kind of try to tune in with other instruments, but with piano you can't do that. I hope I answered that question.
Can I ask more?
Yes.
Is that pentatonic?
Yes. Most of music in Africa is in pentatonic, and the same with Asia. Shall I explain what pentatonic is? Would you like to know? Okay, so normally we've got 7 notes in a key, in a scale, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, and starts again do, and the next lot. Okay, 7. So with pentatonic, the note number 3 and the note number 5 is missing. They do not have it in the music instruments. So the reason is because when you play those 5 notes, you're all melodical and they all go together and you can't play the wrong note. You know, if you've got all the 7 notes, not all notes go together. But in pentatonic scale, all the notes go together. So it's easier to make a song and play and everything like that. So very good question, because there was the next thing I wanted to explain. And this is again the same family instrument, but it's a Western instrument. You probably have seen children in school learning to play. We call it glockenspiel. Glockenspiel, everyone? Yeah. So it's set up like a piano. We've got black notes and we've got white notes. All right. All these instruments, they go under the umbrella called melodical percussion, because you play it with the sticks, but it gives you melody. Okay, so it's called melodical percussion. And piano is part of melodical percussion. If you look inside of a piano, there's a little hammers that hit the strings, so that makes it a melodical percussion instrument. Okay, so to continue with the question on pentatonic, I want to tell you that if you're ever in front of a piano, you can do something very clever, but don't tell them that I told you. You can just play the black notes, and they will all sound really nice together. And that makes a pentatonic, which is, the notes are missing, it means the third and the fifth note is missing. So I'm going to play just the black notes for you, and then you'll see what I mean. So I hope next time you see a piano, you'll sit down and play black notes on it, and everybody will be very impressed. So this is where we go. You go. Anybody can do that. So I'll leave this with you. Please have a play. Okay, very great. So I'm going to just go by. I'm going to leave Africa for a minute, and I'll take you all to South America. Though there is a connection in my understanding, and of course, correct me if you like. My understanding is that all the instruments and all the music originated in Africa. Yes. You know, there are some disagreements. I have spent some time with Aboriginal people that believe that it started on this land. But remember, the continents were used to be together and all that. So, I've been to Africa 10 times, and I love going there because of richness of culture and music. So the instrument that I want to show you is originally comes from Africa, but it's very much used in South America. So this is called a cowbell. Okay, so everybody knows we've got a cow, she got lost, we can hear her, she's all right. So I decided to use it as an instrument. And it's got a couple of notes. If you hit on the edge of the metal, it gives you different notes to if you hit in the middle. So I'll just demonstrate. And then plus if I put a finger on it, it dampens the metal, gives you another note again. Okay, cowbell, here we go. Make some noise. And of course, as humans go, it's never enough. And now we need 2 bells. So the idea of the cowbell, but these 2 bells together, and they're 2 different sizes. And therefore, we've got already like 4 to 6 notes in one metal thing. And so this is the high, this is the low. So you go. So I leave it on this side. I've got a couple of more. This one is very authentic, African, handmade. Not very good quality packing, but this one is for children's percussion. Here you go, percussion instruments. And so, of course, somebody comes along, goes 2 to a drum, we want 3, and so I need a little stick.
Why is the longer one underneath? Why is it deeper?
Oh, okay. In all the instruments, when it's bigger, it makes a lower sound. You know when we've got a double bass? It's the same shape as a violin, But because it's bigger, it gives you a lower sound. So the smaller the instrument, the higher the sound, the bigger instrument. So here we've got 3 different, I'm going to stick to those. So the question was, why the bigger? So the bigger is a lower sound. That's the lower.
Is it heavy? It is heavy, yes. A little bit.
This lady wants to speak. So everyone, this is a lower sound, then a middle sound, and a higher sound. I think it's normal metal with bronze to make it shine. Please have a look. Everyone, I just want to show you this another go-go bell and it's wood. So just a variation, depending if I'm playing acoustic, like today we're playing acoustic, I want a softer sound, and the metal one when it's a bigger stage and we're playing outside. I just want to show you there is another variation of the instrument on this one with grooves. See, this one has grooves on it. So in South America or in Africa, they play the grooves like this. And that leads me to a full-size guero. I just leave it for you to pass it. And so this is full size. It's kind of like, you know, those bands that use the washboard? It's kind of similar thing, and it goes like this. And they use it in salsa, if anybody dances salsa, and they use it in samba as well. Yeah, salsa. I'm not a dancer, we've got a dancer coming. The dancer is coming. Okay, so yes, sir. Again, this is a very, very easy guero. Noisy, let's go like this. Look at this. I like it. We've got lots of sticky wires. Okay, don't think that it's an echo. No. It's a part of the instrument. It goes like this. And inside has a shaker. So here we go. So we're going to pass it on. Pass it on the rack. Okay, this one is a very cute one. I bought this in Africa, and of course in Africa, things that we throw away they use. So they flatten out Coca-Cola cups and make a shaker. So very special. So this is typical market. So all the South American music uses this. So if you look at this, I have a request, do not keep them together, because the paint will come off. But you're welcome to have a look at that. These wings are very serious kind of potato. And I play this when I'm in the summer band. Last weekend, I went to Winter Magic Festival in Blue Mountain. And I played this in the parade. Yeah. It's very, very noisy. Very loud. Inside, yes. Outside, not so much. So, I'm just going to stand right here. Right, everyone, you guys go. So it looks like I raided my mother's cutlery drawer. But here we are. It's quite heavy as well. This is kind of similar, but I think now and conversational variety. Everyone, this is a little bit unusual. This one is made out of cactus. You see it's got holes in it. It has spikes and it used to be like a tall cactus in Mexico. This instrument has a lot of little sticks inside and seeds. And when they fall very slowly and they make a sound of a rain. It's quite soft sound, but they use it in sound shape. So sounds like rain. So it's called rain stick. Rain stick. So when you say that, So just one moment for attention, everyone. One moment attention, one moment attention. So I think triangle is very, very important instrument. Okay, when you go and see an orchestra, the triangle always makes like stop at the end of it all. So it has different variations in sound. I want you to start appreciating triangles. And when you dampen it with a finger, it gives you one sound, and when you let go, it gives you another sound. So I'll demonstrate. When it's open, it goes like this. When it's closed, it's like this. So you go very. So there's different variations, and plus you can do a rhythm. So I think it's quite melodic. So I've got two different notes. So keep them together and try them both out if you like. So I've got a very big bass drum. once upon a time, this girl ran around eating grass. Today she plays music. She says all the Middle Eastern countries use it. They use them in India and in South America as well. Sorry? Yeah, people love using goat skin, but different instruments prefer to use cow skin because it's thicker. Okay? So I'm just gonna put it next to the here we go. So I just want to say that this is a conga, and this one has a cow skin, thicker skin. Yeah. So everyone, we've got two drums very similar to each other, but one moment attention please. So I will make a sound of this one, and the other one you will hear a different sound. Like a wood lacquer. It's made out of wood. I'll show you the inside. Let me just show you inside. It's got wood inside. It's hollow inside. This is kind of a family of bongos. So they say one is bigger and one is smaller. And so different sound. Bigger is smaller. I'll just put it on the table. You don't need to pass it on if you don't want to. People can just come and have a look. Okay, everyone, I've got just leave it there. Oh, yes, everyone, I've got very interesting instruments from Italy. Yeah, they're called gambarinos. Excuse me, everyone. I've got an interesting story to tell. So let's listen to the story. Just everyone, I've come across a gentleman here in Sydney who has a doctorate degree in ethnomusicology, which means ethnic music of the world. So he's like a doctor in that. And he originally comes from Italy, and sometimes he puts projects using this instrument. So from him I got to know it, and I started doing another research about it. So just have an interesting story. A long time ago, before the industry lifestyle, you know, when everybody was still a farmer, in Italy, I'm not from Italy, so I can't tell you if it's every part or not. But in Italy, there was a belief when a woman gets depressed or go a little bit mad or uncomfortable in her manners, they believe that it's possibly she got bitten by a spider. And so they had a cure for that. The village will have a cure for that. So the whole village gathered, and men dancing tamborinos very, very fast, and the women dancing, and the woman who got bitten by a spider dances without a break till she completely can't even walk anymore, and there will be a cure. So I wasn't there at the time, but I think if the village came and played for me for a day, I will be happy as well. So that is like very handy for mental health knowledge in our society. So the music called tarantella. Tarantella, which is a Latin word for spider, which is tarantula. I met a lady who, again, she's Italian, she did a lot of knowledge, and she said Italy has never had tarantula. Like biologically, that spider has never, but it's a Latin word for spider. So they play tarantella, and that lady came to Sydney, and she designed these tamborinos, and the company has made it for her with her logo. This one, they use tomato tin tops. Really authentic. And how they play, because they play very fast, I'm not really mastered it. But it comes in threes, the rhythm is in threes. You know, like most of our music is in 4 or in 3. So the waltz is in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But most of the songs are in 4, could be in 2s, but mainly 4. So they hit the drum, then they do a heel of the thumb. So hit a thumb, and then a twist. So it's a 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And really fast. And about 10 of them, and they're all going, you know, and there's accordions and everything else, and the women dancing. So it's called tarantella. So now you know about it, you probably hear it again somewhere. So this is the instruments I'll pass for you to have a look and pass it on. And I've got a few more here. This is the one with the tomato tins. Yeah, a little bit heavy. And you're welcome to have a look at this one and pass it on. So, that's another little lot. These drums, all the drums of this shape, called frame drums. This is a frame drum. When they drum like this, they're called frame drums. So I've got a few to choose from. I've got 3 or 4, as you can see. So I just want to tell you about this one. This one is a little bit unusual. We've got these teachers on it. From Persia. Persia in Iran. This one is made in Iran. They use it. So they're played like this. This one is similar, but I bought it in Morocco, and they use kiwi. This is kiwi, because that's what it was. And the sound is also sharp, and that's in plastic, and this is gold. This is gold. That one is plastic, and kiwi is just little, they made themselves. This is gold. This one is kiwi. Oh, okay. I have a very good question, everyone. So when I go to Africa and I want to buy instruments, I know that I have to declare them to the customs. So I kind of found the way that it's more suitable for me if I don't deal with it at the airport. So when I'm in Africa and I buy instruments, I actually pack them in Africa. I take it to the post office and I send it by sea because it's cheaper. And it takes about 3 to 4 months to arrive. When it arrives to Australia, I get a letter from the customs saying, we believe you have items that need to be fumigated. And if you would like to fumigate them, that's the price. And if you want to pay the price, you call us with your credit card number. And then we will fumigate it. And then when it's ready, we'll let you know you come pick it up. So that's what I do. So when I go through the airport, because tired and a long flight, I don't bring anything in my luggage. I send everything by sea. Yeah. While we're on the Middle Eastern thing, I've got this beautiful lady with me. Her name is Minerva. Her and I perform quite often. And she's got huge pair of veils. So we invite people to do some warm-up. And some, movement of the veils or the scarves and that. Shall we give away the, can you help us to give away the scarves? You want to